Greetings. I am Brother Sylvester Muhammad, and this is my wife.
Sister Sandra Muhammad.
And we are amongst the many students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his representation of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Today we will be continuing our discussion from the Final Call newspaper entitled, Who Are the Real Children of Israel? But I just want to emphasize what constitutes the real children of Israel. It's back to Abraham's seed. But Jesus told him in the book of John, he's dealing with the Jews, he said before Abraham was, he told them, I am. They really wanted to stone him at that point because he was taking his heritage back 78 trillion years ago when God created himself out of triple darkness from nothing, all right? And then made the second self his woman, and then the sun, the stars, the moon. And while these were being made, I'm sorry to those of us who are listening who just believe white folks is the greatest thing ever happened on our planet. They were not here when he created the moon. They were not here when we went down into the jungles of Africa 50,000 years ago on this timeline. They were not here. 35,000 years ago, they were not here. 16,000 years ago, they were not here. That's the Native American coming over here into the hills of North America. But here, 6,000, just a mere 6,000 years. In 6 days, you do what you got to do. His time is up. Now, 4,000 years, 2,000 years, Jesus. Now, who are the real children of Israel? Without further delay, my wife is going to read from Who Are the Real Children of Israel. And there was another point I had to make on that.
About the valedictorian.
About the valedictorian. If you notice on my advertisement, I showed the FOI last week when we went to be with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. 3,000 plus FOI suited and booted. An army, soldiers in the cause of truth. And he told us in the end that he is the valedictorian of the class. And what does that mean?
Valedictorian is the one that's the highest ranking in the class.
The highest ranking in the class. And it's also a what?
He gave the speech, the valedictorian speech, valedictory speech.
Okay. He gave the speech of his departure.
That's right. That's what it
Is he going to be dead? No time soon. He's going to meet with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who's alive and well. And notice how he opened the discussion around Kanye and Kyrie Irving. He opened up, letting the whole world know that his teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is on the wheel, is on the mother plane, is not pleased with the way that you are handling his people. Now he got a rendezvous with him, and we'll get into that in some later turn. But he's on his way to meet with his Lord and Savior, his leader and his teacher, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and inshallah, Master Father Muhammad.
That's right.
Okay, who's the master of that wheel? Go on, baby, start to read. Let me get my supreme wisdom.
Okay. Also, too, who the minister was actually talking about when he said the messenger is not pleased. He's not pleased with the Jews and the way they're treating his people, which is us. Like,
the real children of Israel.
Okay, so I'm going to read a little from last week and then going to follow on up. Okay, it states, now this is from the volume 1 of The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. It says, in volume 1 of The Secret Relationships Between Blacks and Jews, it goes into the horror of the transatlantic slave trade and how the Jewish people were heavily involved in that.
Involved in that.
That's right. Okay, it states, in the time of slavery, it was cotton. And it's interesting that the cotton would come down the Mississippi River to New Orleans, to the Gulf.
The southern region.
That's right. From Biloxi, Mississippi, and from Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
The cotton would come down and go up to New York. where the brethren of the Jewish people in the south, in the north, were the masters of the needle trade.
Yes.
And they had their brothers also in the south taking the lint from the cotton and producing cloth
Yes.
through weaving.
Textiles
That's right.
industry.
That's right. But these were Jewish people owning the land.
Yes.
They were the majority. They were the merchants. They were the traders. They knew how to hook up with their brethren in the north, and they would send raw cotton to the mills in England,
Yes. Yes.
in Manchester, Leeds, and Bristol. And the British would turn it into cloth and then sell it all over the world.
All over the world. Free labor.
That's right.
Come on, baby.
So from cotton, the South became rich.
Mm.
From cotton, it fueled the Industrial Revolution,
Industrial
in
Revolution.
the North.
Cotton.
That's right.
Free labor.
From cotton, the Rothschilds became rich.
Mm.
From cotton, the Lehman Brothers became rich.
Free labor.
That's right. The messenger of God said, anything you want to find is written in a book. But if we don't read, how will we know? The Historical Research Department in the Nation of Islam researched it. And now we're going before the world.
Going before the world with it. Now, let me say why my wife is preparing for the next. You know, this is Minister Farrakhan in Atlanta,
That's right.
2010. Okay? Doing the lecture entitled, Who Are the Real Children of Israel? We in 2022. I'm trying to show you how spiritually evolved this man is, because he don't receive his wisdom out of the books of this world's way of life. He got a direct communicate spiritually with the God of our ancestors that created the universe from nothing.
That's right.
Go look up the word conduit.
Yes.
Okay? Please look up the word conduit. So, advance. Now, let's talk about those. Let's talk about who actually ran the slave trade. Come on, baby.
Right. Okay, this is a small excerpt from The Secret Relationships Between Blacks and Jews, Part 1.
Mhm.
Okay, this is Dr. Seymour Liebman. He says, the ships were not only owned by Jews, but were manned by Jews, by Jewish crew, and sail under the command of Jewish captains. So,
See,
it's all them.
now he's writing this because he's to put that such truth out as that he's showing that he's a believer in not the Talmud,
That's right.
but the Torah, because he's putting the truth out there. Go on. Who's next?
Okay, this one is Rabbi Raphael. He says Jewish merchants played a major role in the slave trade. In fact, in all the American colonies, whether French, British, or Dutch, Jewish merchants frequently dominated.
He telling you that the Jews, that's why a lot of people, even the Caucasians, get upset with the Jews, because they monopolize and they dominate, not the Jews, the imposters, as the minister called them in the criteria. The imposters, they just so selfish, they dominate, they monopolize, and that's why that crazy man Hitler got after them, because they would not share what they had with everybody else. They kept it in the monopoly of themselves. That's the imposter Jews. Come on, baby, read on.
Okay, this is another scholar. He is saying, okay, in the slave trade, as many as 9 of 10 Africans were shipped to Brazil. Besides their important position in the sugar industry and the tax farming, they dominated the slave trade.
Wow.
The buyers who appeared at the auctions were almost always Jews.
Almost always Jews.
That's right.
The imposter Jews.
That's right.
Not Jews, as the minister said.
Yeah.
The imposters.
The imposters.
In the criteria. Read on, baby.
Okay, if it happened that the date of such an auction fell on a Jewish holiday, the auction had to be postponed.
See, they gonna celebrate their holidays, but later for us. Again, they claim to be Jews, but are not. But they are, as the book of Revelation say,
Yes.
they are of the synagogue of Satan. Go on, I'm gonna say something else about that. Read that next one. That
Okay,
last
this
one.
is Dr. Roth. He says the Jews of Suriname were also foremost in the suppression of the successive Negro revolts. So we were, Negroes,
Blacks.
blacks, right,
Our people.
were revolting.
We were revolted.
It say from 1690 to 1722. These, as a matter of fact, were largely directed against them, the
Yes.
Jews, as being the greatest slave holders of the region.
And that same attitude, it flooded right on into Haiti, and it was part of what caused the Haiti Revolution over the French. You know, we want free, as the brother said. We will give me free.
right.
Okay. Now, hold on before you go there. Please submit it.
Okay.
Yes. Because
All right.
this whole Semitic concept, all right? Because the imposters call us anti-Semitic. Well, we gonna clear that right about now.
Can be anti ourselves.
Come on, baby.
Okay, Semitic. Relating to or denoting a family of languages that includes Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic, and certain ancient languages.
Okay.
Constituting the main subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic family.
The Afro-Asiatic family. In our supreme wisdom, the first question and answer is, who is the original man?
That's right.
And the answer is, the original man is the Asiatic
That's right.
black man. Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of this planet Earth.
That's right.
And God of the universe. So it's saying that at one time the whole planet, the Caucasian named it everything else, but the whole planet was
right.
called Asia. Even the part you call Europe was Eurasia. The part that the Ashkenazi Jews came from was here in southern. When Jesus taught them, he taught them in southern Europe. He didn't teach them in Palestine.
Nope.
But they came down there because they wanted to continue to perpetrate that lie that they were the children of Israel. No, they are Hebrews in Ethiopia that say we actually have the Ark of the Covenant,
That's right.
which contains the very wisdom of God himself. These are black people. Like I said, it's Afro, Asian. But if you want to continue to believe that lie, that's on you. But this is what caused Kanye and Kyrie Irving to revolt. And it's going throughout the internet now. Like I said, they cracked it and now it's beginning to break on open. But the minister,
That's right.
the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, let's go on back to that.
Yeah.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, well, let's take it on back to
That's
that.
right. He did that what?
Allah,
20 years.
who
Yeah.
come in the person of Master Farah Muhammad that taught them both, brought the
right.
wisdom in July 4th, 1930
That's right.
about these people,
That's right.
the imposters. Come on, baby, read.
Okay, it states, this is the minister speaking. Did you know that we're still sharecropping?
Still on the plantation, sharecropping. Slavery by another name, that's what sharecropping
That's
is.
it, yes. All right, see, today, the Jewish people have developed a new strategy. All of our entertainers, see, we have the talent and the Jews have the expertise.
Expertise.
They attach themselves to our talent.
Yeah.
They are the managers, the agents, and they are the accountants.
Wow, wow,
That's
wow.
why our black artists love fame and got fame but died poor.
But died poor.
Because somebody else got their money while the Jews sent their children to the finest schools
Look at that.
and were able to continue to rule while you pass on nothing to your children but the legacy of your fame and nothing else.
The legacy of your fame and nothing else.
That's
And
right.
then I'm telling you how manipulative and scheming and diabolical he is. He changed the narrative. Read on.
That's right. Now they have decided,
Yes.
you know, we have to change this. New strategy. The old strategy.
Manipulation.
Yeah, the old strategy was let them die broke. But today, they developed a new strategy.
New strategy.
Let's make our Negroes rich.
Let's make our Negroes rich.
My brother Russell Simmons, a multimillionaire, wrote a beautiful piece on black Jewish relationships. And I'm here to tell you, no black man or woman becomes a multimillionaire without friendship
Without.
in the Jewish community.
Yes, yes.
Russell Simmons is a good brother, and he has great friendship with the Jewish people.
Yes.
Miss Oprah Winfrey, a beautiful woman
Yes.
with a beautiful heart, a multi-billionaire. But there's a Jewish man that helped guide her career and make her who she is.
Yes, yes, yes. Now see, what is that? That new strategy they use. Now who all remember the old picture of the Caucasian sitting up on the back of an ass, and he got a carrot on a stick, and he got the stick pointing out in front of the carrot. He got the carrot on the stick pointed out in front of the mule, and the mule think that one day he gonna achieve that. He gonna be successful at getting that carrot. But he's being manipulated to move in the direction that the Caucasian, or in this case, the imposter, not the Jews,
Imposter.
the imposter want black folks to go.
That's right.
But his time is up.
That's right. They control the narrative. That's
Their
it.
time
That's
is
what it's
up.
showing.
Come on.
Okay, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, even in hip-hop, Jews manage most of the black hip-hop artists.
Yes, ma'am.
They come with the bling bling and a nice car, and they show you that they're successful. But if you could see the breakdown of the record deals, they end up with nothing.
The contracts.
That's right.
Secret relationship between blacks and Jews. It's a slave master relationship. Come on, baby.
I have a list of all the Jewish NBA owners. See, it's like a plantation. You're just a piece of meat.
Wow.
Throwing balls in hoops. They've got dogs that can do that.
Teach Farrakhan,
But
teach.
now you're the best
Mm.
at doing it. So you're on a plantation.
Yes.
You're a rich slave, and you're sharecropping again.
You're sharecropping again.
Look at you today. You can't see how torn up you are.
Ah,
You want a home, don't you? Everybody wants a home. So they made it possible for you to get one.
yes.
No money down. All you do is pay interest.
Wow.
How in the hell could you accept a deal like that?
The minister said, how in the hell can you accept a deal like that?
That's
I
right.
mean, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, because we have to be careful,
That's right.
that debt is slavery.
That's right.
When you cannot relate to this teaching like you want to, or to truth, if you're a Christian, or if you're a Hebrew, you can't relate to the truth that come from the Torah or the Bible, then that means you have made yourself slavery by another name entitled debt.
That's right.
Entitled debt. Let me say that again. Entitled debt.
That's right.
Come on, baby.
He says, and in 3 years, the interest goes up. You didn't see that in the fine print. Now you're in foreclosure. It's a trick. Who's behind it?
Ah.
Wall Street. And they didn't just do it to you, they did it to America. In 1913, when the Federal Reserve Act was made,
Yes.
America was $2 billion in debt. Less than 100 years later, she's $13 trillion in debt. That's a big jump.
So
a big number.
a big number. I mean, America in debt? What do America produce nowadays? All they got is warehouses.
That's right.
They don't produce nothing. At one time, America boasted at the fact, back before the Federal Reserve, that America was on the gold standard, and she boasted at the fact that she could produce anything the world wants. But now America don't produce diddly squat.
That's right. That's right. You're a few little small, tiny little companies,
Insignificant.
family little things trying to do something, but on the mass level, it's not happening.
And the country's indebted, the whole country's indebted to foreign empires,
That's right.
namely China. Come on, baby, read.
Okay, the minister said, how did all that happen? Now the country is like the sharecropper. The whole country.
The whole country is on the plantation.
That's right, sharecropper. Working to pay off debt that America owes to China,
Come on.
Japan, and others who are just loaning America money.
Ta-da.
And here comes Brother Obama.
Oh, praise belongs to Allah. Again, this was 2010.
That's right.
Come on, baby.
Do you know that President Obama was nurtured for this purpose? Just as Jewish people wrote that Bill Clinton was the first black president, Barack Obama would be the first Jewish president.
Listen up. Say it again, baby. I know y'all don't be mad at us.
Okay.
It's the truth. Come on, baby.
Just that Bill Clinton was the first black president. He says that Barack Obama would be the first Jewish president. Now
Imposters, that is. Come on, baby.
Now that's a terrible thing to say, but they were telling you we own the brother.
We own the brother.
His early money came from Goldman Sachs. He was nurtured by Jews who saw in him his brilliance. He's a beautiful human being, and they knew that as brilliant as he was, they could use him to trick black people away from the promise of God.
I mean, the seriousness of what they did with Brother Barack Obama and putting him in the presidency. In other words, he was selected long before he was elected. It's a reflection of what they did to get the oil from the Muslim countries when they destroyed those two buildings. They destroyed the shadow government.
That's right.
Destroyed those two buildings, killing those two buildings in New York, the Twin Towers, killing all those people. See, because they had a plan in mind.
That's right.
That's the way they did with Barack Obama.
Plan.
Because they know we was gonna fall in love with our brother because he was such an example.
Brother.
He's our brother. We love a black man. I don't care what he did wrong. Come on, baby, read on.
That's right. He's not a willing participant in
Not
madness.
Come on.
But Satan understood the time, and he knew that this was the right man for the time.
Yes.
They selected him.
Selected him.
And what could we do? We had to vote for our brother because he was the best thing we ever saw.
Why? Right.
The best thing. He's president now, and he's upsetting them because all the Jewish presidents of major organizations met in the Oval Office and told him to go easy on Israel.
Listen
and
to that.
Settlements in the West Bank. Yeah.
Zionism.
That's right.
That's what that so-called state of Israel. It's not Israel. Those are Zionists. And we're gonna bring the facts out on them, how they got there.
That's
Maybe
right.
inshallah next week. Come on, baby.
And because he was strong out of Israel, they started calling him what they've been calling
Here they
me,
come.
an anti-Semite.
An anti-Semite. They did something else too. I don't know if you remember. My wife and I was talking about it the other day. You know, when he decided to go strong against Israel and the Israelis, then all of a sudden he got a call one day that his family's airplane was having trouble in the sky.
That's right.
Huh? His family's airplane with his wife and children was having trouble in the sky.
That's right.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
That's right.
Because we're dealing with the synagogue of Satan here. Come on, baby.
President Obama can't talk about reparation. He's not going to be bringing that up. But let me ask you a question. Do you think after making America rich and strong and fighting in all her wars, making Europe strong, do you think that we are owed reparations for what we have done to make America what America is?
Teach, brother minister. Come on.
There are black people right now in Mississippi in slavery, in Alabama in slavery, and a black man, Representative John Conyers, is appealing to Congress to right this wrong.
No, finish reading that, John Conyers.
But he can't get a hearing. He can't even get a hearing. He can't get a hearing.
That's sad.
Yeah, we have over 400,000 black men and women in the United States Armed Forces. What are they doing in Iraq? What are they doing in Afghanistan when our fight is here?
He can't even get a hearing. You know, they don't even want to talk about reparations. But I'm telling you that Minister Farrakhan was talking to the nationalist people a year or two ago, and he told them that if you get behind him, Farrakhan, God's man, the national representative for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was taught face to face by God himself in person. If you get behind him, Farrakhan, he said, I'll get you
Yep.
I'll get you your reparations, your freedom, your justice,
That's right.
and your equality. Now, we don't seem to be falling in. So that means there's gonna be some punishment coming.
That's right.
But look, if you remember the story of Moses and Aaron, it was only after Pharaoh got his whipped
Yep.
that they let the children of Israel go. And it seems to me as though the best Pharaoh you could have wants to get back in office.
That's right.
Mr. Trump that made the announcement last night, I'm gonna run again.
That's right.
Well, I think he would definitely be a fulfiller of prophecy, because I don't find nobody more fitting the description of a Pharaoh other than that one there,
Yeah, you don't
Mr.
care,
Trump.
period.
So we'll see what happens.
That's
Read on,
right.
baby.
The time has come when we have to present a solid case to America. They have no jobs for us. They don't intend to look after us. God raised the question in Isaiah, shall the prey be taken from the mighty and the lawful captives be delivered?
Now, our YouTube camera is about to go off, but you can go to Sylvester Muhammad, Timeline of the Original Man on YouTube, and continue to watch this. But meantime, we're gonna continue with our live broadcast. Read on, baby.
Okay,
And please do share and like and share.
that's right. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty and the lawful captives be delivered? You are a lawful captain being used as a hostage. But as you see the plagues now striking America,
Striking America.
one town was overrun with flies, another was overrun with frogs, rain, hail, snow, earthquakes.
Come on, baby.
God is going to put an exclamation point behind this lecture, and a calamity of great magnitude is going to strike America.
And a calamity
That's right,
of great magnitude is going to strike America.
Yep.
That calamity, as a student, I believe hit, when the pandemic hit the